Imagine a man who possessed everything the world could offer: wealth, privilege, fame, a grand estate, and a name that commanded respect across an empire. Yet every morning he woke with a single question: what is the purpose of life? Hello, and welcome to the Open Page. I'm your host Sonia, and this is where literature comes alive, not simply as stories on a page, but as conversations about life, humanity, and the ideas that continue to shape our world. Today we open the page of an extraordinary life, the life of Leo Tolstoy. Born in Russia in 1828, Tolstoy inherited the comforts of aristocratic life, but comfort never satisfied him. As a child, he experienced profound loss, losing both his parents before reaching adulthood. As a young man, he searched for excitement through gambling, parties, and the glitter of his society. Still, something was missing, so he became a soldier. On the battlefields of the Caucasus and the Crimean War, he witnessed courage, fear, death, and the fragile nature of human existence. Those experiences would change him forever, because Tolstoy didn't merely observe life, he questioned it. He began writing not to entertain, but to understand. His early works, childhood, boyhood, and youth, revealed an astonishing gift of exploring the human mind. Readers discovered characters who doubted, loved, failed, dreamed. Then came the novel that changed literature forever: War and Peace. A masterpiece that transformed history into human experience. It wasn't simply about armies and emperors, it was about families, friendships, love, loss, and the invisible forces that shape every human life. A few years later came another masterpiece, Karenina, a story that asks timeless questions. Can love survive without truth? Can society forgive what the heart cannot deny? And perhaps the most haunting question of all, can happiness exist without purpose? But Tolstoy's greatest story was his own. Despite becoming one of the most celebrated writers on earth, despite wealth, recognition, and worldwide admiration, he found himself standing at the edge of a spiritual crisis. He asked questions that many of us quietly ask ourselves. What remains when success no longer satisfies? Why do we fear death? What gives life meaning? Searching for answers, Tolstoy turned away from luxury. He embraced simplicity, compassion, humility. He believed that greatness is measured not by what we possess, but by what we live. For Tolstoy, literature was never merely entertainment. A novel could awaken a consciousness. A story could challenge injustice. A single page could transform a life. He believed that true art brings people closer together by reminding us of our shared humanity. His ideas would travel far beyond Russia. They would inspire movements of peace. They would influence Mahatma Gandhi in India and Martin Luther King Jr. in America. Words became ideas, ideas became action, and literature became history. Even today, more than a century after his death, Tolstoy continues to whisper the same timeless truth, that life is not measured by wealth, nor by fame, nor by power, but by kindness, integrity, compassion, and the courage to keep searching for truth. Perhaps that is why millions of readers continue to return to his books, not because they offer easy answers, but because they ask the questions that matter most. And now, our own journey through Tolstoy begins. In our next episode, we'll step inside one of the greatest novels ever written, War and Peace. Together, we'll explore the unforgettable lives of the characters and the extraordinary world Tolstoy created. A world where history and humanity collide, and where every page reveals another truth about what it means to be alive. Until then, keep reading, keep wondering, keep asking difficult questions, because every great book opens a new page within us.